Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Wolkberg. It's a brand new year and it's time to do some maintenance in the kitchen. In this video we will be showing you how we restore and season our cast iron pots and potjies. Before we go ahead with this video, please do us a massive favor and click on the subscribe and like button. We would love to have you part of our channel. Now let's get back to the video. Now there are all sorts of ways and methods to do it, from power tools, sandblasting and even electrolysis. But today we will be using a method that only requires a few household items and a bit of elbow grease. Start by rinsing off most of the dirt, rust and other debris. Now let's see if we can save this potjie or send it to the scrapyard. Now get a big container that will fit your potjie or any other cast iron you want to clean. Just to clarify, this is not the same container I use for when making sausages. This is purposely for cleaning cast iron. You can apply this method to any other cast iron pots or pans. The next step is scrubbing the potjie with regular dish soap and water. I'm using a heavy-duty stainless steel pot scourer. You're gonna need about 1 or 2 of these depending on what state your potjie is. Now this is gonna take some time and a lot of effort. You will want to scrub away all the rust and dirt and adding more soap as required. There's no right or wrong way, just scrub away. You will want to focus your main effort in the inside of the pot. There you will want to make sure that every single bit of rust and dirt is scrubbed away, and the same for the inside of the lid. Now for the next phase of scrubbing. We're gonna scrub the potjie with regular dish soap and white vinegar. Mixing dish soap and white vinegar together is generally not dangerous, as long as your dish soap does not contain any bleach. But you should still be very careful and avoid getting it in your eyes or your mouth. The white vinegar removes that last bit of rust on the surface, and the dish soap creates foam which helps the vinegar to stay on the surface of the pot. This effective cleaning combo is commonly used as a DIY cleaner for grease removal, shower doors, countertops, windows and even tiles. Although white vinegar is a weak acid, it really helps to remove the rust. If you have an area that has a lot of rust, you can take a paper towel and soak it in some vinegar and soap solution and cover it for a few minutes to help remove the rust. This combo really works like a charm. Alles gaan saamkom, ek beloof. Now let's rinse off the vinegar and soap solution thoroughly. My lovely wife is mixing water with a few tablespoons of bicarbonate of soda or baking soda into a nice and thick paste. This will help to neutralize the vinegar that will be left behind on the surface of the potjie. Vinegar is acidic. That's how it helps eat away the rust. But if it's left for too long, it will start to oxidize the potjie's iron and it will start to rust all over again. Apply the bicarbonate of soda using a sponge, nice and thick, and be sure to coat every single surface of the potjie.
Is papa hier hoor?
Waar jy nie so baie nie. Is net binnekant dat hy nie weer begin roes nie. And now we can go ahead and rinse off the pot. Kijk nou 'n bietjie beter, né? Hierdie is ek nie so geplaas, daai roes nie. Pot moet binnekant skoon wees. What we have now is cast iron stripped of any protective coating. So we want to dry it off using a towel and add a nice thick coating of oil to the cast iron surface. This will keep it from rusting. The oil I'm using is regular sunflower oil. You can use any oil you want, but I like to use sunflower oil because it's not expensive and in my opinion it creates a very durable seasoning layer. Using a nice thick and strong paper towel really makes it easier. In this clip you can see how quickly surface rust has started to set in on this potjie. This is of no real concern. Like I've said before, we are more concerned about the inside of the pot than the outside. The inside should be rust free so that it doesn't affect the flavor of the food you are cooking it in. Now let's light the fire and get ready to season our potjie. Those paper towels you used with the oil will make fantastic fire lighters, so keep all of them. We are going to season our potjie in our braai, but a regular oven will also work perfectly and will really make it a lot easier. If you have proper fire and temperature control over your braai or grill, you can try this method. Firstly, what is seasoning for cast iron? Seasoning of cast iron is the process of creating a protective non-stick coating on the surface by bonding oil to the cast iron with heat. In our case, we are using sunflower oil, which has a smoke point of between 220 and 230 degrees Celsius. What actually happens? The oil oxidizes and polymerizes and chemically bonds to the iron surface. The next step is to remove as much oil as possible from the pot. Ensure a nice, even and thin coating of oil. Too thick layer of oil will cause a sticky or tacky surface. A soft and weak seasoning which will peel and flake later on. Usually what I do is I place my pots or pans upside down in the oven. This ensures that there are no pooling of oil and the excess oil can drain off. And now we bake. I always aim for between 200 and 230 degrees Celsius and bake it for an hour per cycle. No cooling time in between. If you are doing this in a conventional oven, beware of some light smoke from the oil. You will also see that it will stop smoking during baking. Just keep going until 1 hour for the seasoning to fully develop. Now that your first cycle of seasoning is complete, go ahead and repeat the seasoning process a few times. Remember that the iron is extremely hot and they will remain hot for quite a while. Be very careful not to burn yourself. Remember, add oil everywhere. Remove as much oil as you can with a dry paper towel and bake for 1 hour. I usually do about 3 cycles and I'm very happy with the finish.
Wow, die kakao.
Sorry. Amper dan. Is nou lekker warm. En altijd bietjie te veel olie gekry. Dan maak hy daai poolai dammetjie. Maar dis niks.
Kyk net hoe mooi.
Was die lovely, dis reg.
Kom ons gaan wys die mense.
Now it's time for the reveal. I am very happy how this potjie turned out. It has a great look to it and is not sticky at all. Now it's ready for storage or cooking. I also store my potjies on a grid or something that will allow good quality airflow throughout. Please don't add any rice or newspaper inside your potjie when storing it. It traps moisture on the inside and will cause it to rust. Thank you for watching, and if you learned something or enjoyed this video, please click on the subscribe and like button. See you with the next video. Take care and goodbye everyone.